Let's learn to use the verb be. The verb be, am, is, are, all three are part of the verb be. The verb needs to match the subject. So if you use I, you use am. I am. Or the short version, the contracted version, I'm. For is, we use he is, he's, she is, she's, it is, it's, you are, you're, we are, we're, they are, they're. The verb be in the simple present tense is am, is, and are. It's the negative form of the verb be. You add not after the verb be. Am not, I am not. Is not, he is not. You are not, we are not, they are not. You can use the short forms, the contracted forms, isn't or aren't. Am not cannot be shorter, so it's always am not. You can say he is not or he isn't, you are not or you aren't. Subject, linking verb, complement. So you see here the subject, the verb be, the linking verb, and then the complements. There are different types of complements. And then here are example sentences. Remember, you can always make these sentences negative. Just add not after the verb be. Pause the video here to read the sentences more carefully. The verb be can also be used in the simple past tense. The simple past tense, for the verb be, we say was or were. Was or were. The verb needs to match the subject, so we use was for I was, he was, she was, and it was. Were, we use for you, we, and they. You were, we were, they were. Remember, this is the simple past tense. For the affirmative form of the verb be. The negative form of the verb be, you add not after. Was not or were not. If you want to use the short form, the contracted form, then we say wasn't or weren't. I was not, I wasn't. You were not, you weren't. Here are examples of using the verb be, the linking verb be, in sentences in the simple past tense. Pause the video here to study these examples. And remember, you can make them negative if you add not after the verb be. The verb be can also be used in the simple future tense to talk about future times. To do that, you use will plus be. And this is the same for all subjects. We use will be. You need both will and be, two parts, for this to be considered correct. The negative form of the verb be in the future tense, the simple future tense, is will not be. You can use this form, will not be, for all subjects. And if you use the contracted form, the short form, we say won't. I won't be, you won't be, he won't be. Here are examples of sentences using the subject, linking verb, complement style, and the linking verb, the verb be, is in the future tense. Pause the video here to study these examples more carefully. And remember, you can always make the sentences negative by adding not in between will and the verb be. Will be ready or will not be ready. Danny will be an engineer. Danny will not be an engineer. If you use the short form, then we say Danny won't be an engineer. The verb be is a very useful verb. We use this verb a lot in English. So, it is good for you to practice using this verb at home. Test yourself. You can ask yourself, what is the verb be in the simple present tense? And then practice answering. The verb be in the simple present tense can be am, is, or are. For another example question that you can ask yourself, what is are used for? Are is used for you are, we are, they are. Change the question, make your own questions, and test yourself at home. This is the best way to learn the verb be, the affirmative way, the negative way, in the different verb tenses.